Hi everyone, I'm Iverson Lee. Welcome to this Best Life Ever series episode number 4, which we're going to talk about 3 opportunities of wealth. And if you remember on our previous episode, which is episode number 3, we talked about how do we identify our superpower or our talent inside our destiny chart. And the moment you identify it, you need to take action to harness it and cultivate it, right? So in this session here, in episode here, will be in a different aspect. We are not talking about harnessing your talent, we're talking about opportunities, right? Think about this, right? Even you actually becoming so good at what you do, you're very skillful, but if there's no opportunity for you, no one recognize what you did, you'll be useless, right? So therefore, opportunities is very important in our life. So in this session here, this episode number 4, we're going to deep dive into this topic about opportunities. So before we do that, I want all of you here to take out your barter chart. If you haven't get your barter chart ready, this destiny chart here, I want you to actually plot it, get your own chart by actually clicking the link below. Okay, alright, so we're good to go now. So once you have your barter chart ready, let me first explain to you how do we actually look or which part we're going to look for in the barter chart that actually provide information about our opportunities in life, right? Okay, so in the diagram right now, there are 2 parts here. So there are 2 areas normally we are looking at when we try to analyze our barter chart. So the top one here is represent preparation, and then the bottom part here represent opportunity. Okay, alright, so let me explain a little bit here. On this, on the top part here, which means preparation, means that our skill, our talent, or our abilities in life, right? What is our habit, our wealth mindset, everything is under preparation. So a lot of time, why our parents send us to school, so we actually want to get prepared, right? So therefore is to actually enhance our skill, more educated, so we are prepared when we go out to work, go to the marketplace, right? So whether we're talking about going to work, go to the marketplace, right, or going to the business environment, we are looking at the external, which is the bottom part here, which talking about opportunities, right? The bottom part here talking about other people, right? The people we meet, our colleagues, the economy environment right now, and opportunities and challenges in life. So the bottom part here talking about opportunities. So since this episode here, we're talking about opportunities, so we're going to look at this bottom part here, and in BaZi we call this area here luck pillar. I think some of you heard about this word before, luck pillars. So therefore, this is the way we're going to study on it. So luck pillar basically means it's a season of life. So all of us here, we actually go through changes, right? Think about this. Back 10 years ago, you're a very much different person compared to who you are right now, right? So we all constantly evolving. So, and throughout this process here, there are a lot of opportunities available along the way. And if we can knew it in advance, right? So what type of opportunities available to us, don't you think it'd be good? So, but the next question I want to ask you here is, do you know what is your current opportunities or not? Right? So if you want to know about that, you need to look at your luck pillar. So in the luck pillar, the one that highlighted for you is the current luck pillar you're going through, and each luck pillar, or what we call season of life, govern 10 years. So each of the block here actually represent 10 years. So if you actually pay attention to it, on top of every pillars, there's a number, right? That number actually represent your age. So this is the that is the age that shows you when you go into the new phase of your life, right? So you go through the whole 10 years, and then the next one will be another year, 10 years. There will be your 10 years after that. There will be a new age, and then there's a new age where you enter to the next luck pillar. So every luck pillar govern 10 years. So right now, we are not going to look forward like 10 years or 20 years from now. We want to look at the current opportunities. What current wealth opportunities available for you? Don't you think this will be useful for you? If you know it earlier, you can take action, right? So now, in the current luck pillar, so let me show you here, is the highlighted one for you. So I will teach you different things today, right? Because in the luck pillar, there are a lot of information we can derive from. Basically, luck pillar talking about opportunity. Something new might come to you. There may be some new people you meet, or maybe you create something new, right? You have an idea, you create something new out, and probably during this period, you also might encounter certain challenges in life. You lost something, or probably you have probably issues in the business, right? So all these issue or probable challenges also reflected on this luck pillar here. But for today, we're going to talk about wealth opportunities. Okay, so whenever we're talking about wealth opportunities, I assume that you're already prepared. Right? Remember the previous episode we talked about abilities, right? That we're talking about how do you actually become skillful and become valuable. So once you're ready, whenever opportunities come, you're able to capitalize on it. Okay, right now, so in the chart here, there are three types of wealth opportunities. Yeah, there are three different types. So how do you know which one it is? You need to look at your luck pillar, which I'm going to show you right now. So the first type of wealth opportunities is what we call ownership. Okay, ownership, what does it mean ownership? Think about this, right? How do you know someone is rich? The moment they own stuff, right? It's not about how much money they make every month, you know, right? So you think about this, a lot of people, yeah, they can make a lot of money every month, but in the end, doesn't mean they're rich, right? So it's your ability to actually convert your income into buying certain assets, right? That one will actually make you become wealthy. So the first strategy here is about ownership. Ownership talking about buying like real estates, you know, or you own certain intellectual property where there is a value, you can collect income from it. So therefore, that one is about ownership. The question here is, how many assets do you own? Okay, so if you are going through, how do you know that you're going through these ownership opportunities? Is the moment in your luck pillar, whether it's on top or at the bottom, you see either of these two characters. Either is DW or IW. Right? DW represent direct wealth, IW represent indirect wealth. Anywhere on top, at the top or at the bottom, if you see it, that indicates that in the current opportunities, the current luck pillar, the current season of life right now, you actually bestow or you actually are being given this kind of opportunity. So what you need to do is you need to capitalize on it. Okay, so the question you should ask yourself, if you're going through this luck pillar right now, you're going through ownership opportunities, so you need to ask yourself what you should invest, what you should own, right? It's all about ownership. Okay, there's a lot of opportunities available to you if you are ready. Okay, so now let's move on to the second type of opportunities in terms of wealth, is what we call innovation, right? So I think that beside about owning stuff, in the new world right now, a lot of people can becoming rich by actually inventing products or services that are able to actually make a lot of difference to the industry or the marketplace, right? Think about this, like Steve Jobs, right? He able to actually lead Apple to become one of the most valuable company in the world. It's not because he own a lot of stuff, it's because their products are innovative. So if you're going through innovation opportunities in your current luck cycle right now, you actually have this a lot of idea, a lot of inspiration about creating something. So you want to create wealth during this moment, think about what are the things you can provide. Yeah, what are something new can come out from you, right? So, and innovation not necessarily just mean products or services, although it be part of it, but it also means that self-innovation as well. How do you brand yourself, right? If you're thinking about become a social influencer, about branding yourself, a new innovation, you want to re-innovate yourself, that would be the great time to do it. So therefore, if you're going through innovation luck cycle right now, you also actually should learn how to market yourself, learn how to speak, because if you have a very creative product or services or even yourself, you also must learn how to market it, right? So these are the what you should do. Now, how do you know you belong to this innovation kind of property here? So you look at two elements here. The first element is EG, or the second element is HO. Either one will do. So the same place you're looking at, you can look at the top or at the bottom as well. Okay, so if you have either EG or HO, then innovation opportunities available for you, right? That's how you make money. Okay, now let's move on to the third one. The third one we're talking about, we're talking about leverage, right? Leverage is about, leverage on other people's time, leverage on other people's experience, leverage on other people's skills. So basically means that you don't do a lot, you don't work hard for money, right? You let money work hard for you, right? So therefore, we are talking about investment, right? You leverage on other people. So like a lot of time people invest on companies, equities, right? Or certain bonds, right? So they invest on that. That one is about leverage, right? So you don't own the whole company, you just leverage on the skill they work hard for you every day. So some people call this value investing, some people call this trading, whatever it is, as long you're going into investing, right? That one is part of this leverage opportunities. So how do you know? How do you know actually you are going through this? So there are two characters that related to these opportunities here. Leverage is IR or DR. IR stands for indirect resource and DR stands for direct resource. If you have either of these elements, that it doesn't matter whether it's on top or bottom, then you at your current luck right now, you actually I would suggest you to learn more about investment, like fundamental investing, learn how trading work. That one will be a lot of opportunities available to you. So the thing here is like this: if these opportunities right now, it doesn't last, right? So because if you move on to the next luck pillar, right, by the age, look at the age, right? You know that which age you're going to transit to the next luck pillar, then maybe those opportunities will be lesser that time. You need to try harder to get it if you want to. So therefore, when you're reading your puzzle, you can know, what is the right time to do something. So now check on your own chart, which of wealth opportunities that you are going into right now. So is it about the first one, ownership, or the second one about innovation, or the third one about leverage, right? Check on your chart right now. Okay, so is it easy? Yeah, is it something very useful to you, right? So at least you know that where is a wealth source available to you right now. So let me give you one thing more here, right? So I believe that once you actually try to look at all these elements here, you might wonder, right, is there any difference if I detect the element at the top or at the bottom? Right? Basically, if you have it either at the top or at the bottom, you already got those opportunities. But if you see it on the top, you can able to get it easier. If you see it at the bottom, you need to work harder to get it, right? But the thing here is like this: the on top, although is easier, but the results will be average, or the return will be average. So the bottom part here, if you do something that according to the bottom section here, it will be harder, right? You might give up along the way because it's so hard. But if you're able to conquer it, the results or the return are tremendous. It's great. That is the interpretation of it. So it's your choice to decide which path you want to go into. Okay, all right. So I hope you enjoyed this episode number 4 here. And in the next episode, which is episode number 5, I'm going to talk about how do you increase your energy and tap into the peak performance so you can perform better and perform at your best level on every aspect of your life. So till then, take care and have a blessed life. I'm Iverson. See you on the episode number 5.